Welcome to Do Y'all See This?
Reacts.
This is Eva.
And this is Nisi. And welcome to the new year, 2023. Has it been great for you, Ev?
I mean, we're what, 4 days in?
Yeah, 4 days.
It's been fine. I had two, like one and a half of those was leave. So,
So you really had a good time.
yeah, so I've really had a great 2023. It's been good. I'm ready for the new year. Let's see what it brings.
All right, let's jump into the catch up. You want to start?
Sure. I mean, we haven't been here for a while, so there's lots to catch up on. I mean, we've been out for the break, so I had to go to work, unfortunately, for
Ooh.
much of those. I know. I got a good chunk of days off, which was really nice, and I got so much sleep and so much rest, and I was like, going into 2023, I was like New Year's Day, and I was like, I'm too old to be at fireworks. I was too old to even stay up for fireworks. Slept right
Yeah.
through those. But I was like, this is good tone to set. Eva is going into a restful 2023. We
Yes.
are speaking it into existence. Yeah, I just, I got a lot of things done. I felt really productive in my house and I had to go to work and I actually got things done like in the end of December leading into January. So congrats me and you're
Hey.
welcome, employer.
Well, that's good. Mine has been very eventful. So we had a aggressive cold snap across the entire U.S.
Oh yeah.
Um, and it definitely hit here. So much so that pipe burst my mom's home. And so I've literally just been dealing with that over the last week and a half or so, just pulling out wet stuff, trying to make sure she's good. I still found time to go to dinner for New Year's Eve. We went to Cooper Hawk with the Mister. I dressed very glitzy and glam, and then I came home and went to sleep, and it was so good. If no one had sent me a message, I would not have woken up. That's literally the only thing I got up for. I think you sent me a message, and I don't know if I responded then or in the morning because I was like, I see it, and I
Mm-hmm.
out. It was, yes, I definitely came into 2023 rested. Definitely was working a lot, whether it was with like helping my mom or going at being at my job. Like guys, we really took this one serious. We took this break serious. Thoroughly enjoyed it. We did not plan for the new year yet. We'll be getting on that soon, but it has been a joy. Like even with everything going on, just having the peace of just not doing the normal things
Mm-hmm.
has really been like great. So before we head into the rest of the episode, of course, I'm going to bring you guys some music that got me through this weekend. Let Me Let You Go by Mega. And I hope that I'm saying her name right. Mega. And I don't know, it's just it's really catchy, it's really smooth, it's definitely a good couple song. Listen to it, and I love to hear if anyone else enjoyed it. How about anything you listened to, or while because you said you were getting a lot done, did you have
Mm-hmm.
anything playing in the background?
You know I did. So I have I'm currently reading two books, but the one I'm listening to right now is actually it is the My Heart is a Chainsaw. So I'm not actually quite sure what genre it is yet.
Okay. Okay.
I thought it was supposed to be like horror comedy type of thing. So it follows this teenage girl, Native American girl, who lives in this very small town, and she is like obsessed with like the 80s and 90s horror film genre. So all about Freddy and Jason and like that whole Camp Blood type of thing. And something is going on in her town that is very reminiscent of that genre. And
Hmm.
at this point, I'm like 30% in, and I still can't figure out, like, I still haven't decided if it's aiming towards being a horror film or if it's a talk, like it's a discussion about her nativeness in this town that is not very native, her
Hmm.
very otherness in that she feels very separate from everyone else, and there's a lot
Yeah.
of like family dynamics and friendship type things going on, and it's just she's getting slightly single white female on like a new comer to town, and I'm not sure where that's going.
Okay. Well, it sounds like
So yeah, I'm very excited because I'm enjoying how it's written because it's written very much like that whole genre. Like there in the beginning, there's this very random murder, and so it's trying to kind of incorporate that back in, which is very interesting. So I'm excited about that. I did binge watch the entire second season of The Way of the House Husband, which was released, I think, 2 days ago.
Oh my gosh, let me tell you something about this, which I find hilarious. So I was just sitting in the house, not really. I was like, I pretty much binged like everything I really wanted to see. I
Mhm.
got a couple more out there, and I was just like, this looks silly. And tell me why I watched The Way of the House Husband first, I think maybe first or second episode. Now it had me rolling, and I just knew that when the mister came, he was gonna be like, this is funny. Because he likes real anime, big boss stuff, right? So I'm thinking that he'll be like, this is a snarky kind of commentary on it or whatever. No. He was
No.
like,
Aw.
in his phone. He's like, no. I found the first two episodes very funny because it has all these little snippets.
Yes.
You don't have to watch it continuously to like get humor from it, and I actually liked it. So
Yeah.
the fact that you just brought it up just made me laugh. It just happened upon it. I binged some stuff too. Glass Onion came out. I really enjoyed that. Janelle Monae, she did her thing.
Mhm.
Oh, today I watched The Menu. Have you seen
Oh, no, but tell me it's good because I really want to watch it. Is it? Oh, okay.
it? I do think it's good,
Okay.
but it is very pretentious.
Oh, okay.
It knows that it's pretentious. It's like that is the purpose behind it. So you have to be ready for that. It does say that it's funny. It's supposed to be like funny dark humor, which I love. But if you're thinking it's gonna be like an out loud, ha ha ha, it's not that. It's gonna be like, huh. It's very realistic. The food is really like it's food that you would really see on a chef's menu. So I really enjoyed that. It didn't like shy away from that, but all the pretentiousness that goes with top echelon chefs and all the things that people feel like they are about is there. The rigorous schedule and the way things go is there. And then the customers. I say
Flashbacks.
it's it's a lot, but it's good.
Okay.
Um, but you definitely, I feel like most people will leave it like, okay, this is a take, someone's commentary on culinary arts. This is someone's
Hmm.
take on. But I really enjoyed it. Like I said, I enjoyed Glass Onion. Trying to think, we were talking about other stuff while we were gone.
I know. We get to watch other things and
Yeah,
completely.
we've been binging, watching,
So
sleeping
I
good.
yes, I
I
know.
bought
Ooh, I just started watching
sleep
the Witcher Origins. I
into it.
know I would try. Okay. So I'm enjoying it, but I was avoiding it because of that. Because I was like, I love Geralt. Like I like Henry Cavill's Geralt, and I'm
But
also of the fan girl and fan base that is slightly upset that he's not returning, and I'm not going to be watching the new season.
what? You have a problem with Liam?
Huh? I don't know. I've invested in with Henry, and I'm just like I'm good. Like
Have,
I like the story. I know. I'll
have
find
you seen?
the spoilers. No,
Like,
and I don't. I'm not interested. I've seen him. Yes,
oh, okay.
but I'm actually enjoying the Blood Origins. It just I don't know. It's slightly like there are plot holes and like plot lines that feel very forced to me. And I am a Michelle Yeoh fan. I just okay, the whole Dog Clan versus Raven Clan thing that they're setting up in the very beginning, like
Okay.
they're mortal enemies, but literally 4 minutes later they're pledging blood oaths to each other. I'm just like, okay. Like I know we're supposed to be suspending belief, but also can you like ease me into the blood oath?
I watched that too. The because you said Michelle Yeoh, everything all at once, or what happened?
Oh no. Oh.
It's a lot. It's
Okay.
so lot. It's
I'm
a lot.
I'm probably still gonna watch it, but I checked it up from the library. It just took me some time, and then I still didn't watch it. I had to return it.
Man,
Yeah, I'm gonna get to it on streaming. It was one of those things where I was like, I was looking at it and I was like, it's already here, might as well.
it's some parts that I was just like, we couldn't have edited this down. This wasn't necessary to be here. We haven't been back up here for since Christmas, right?
Mm-mm.
So did you get anything like really, really great and good?
I just got clothes, which is good because that way
Yeah.
the Christmas cat can't get me.
I'm not doing this. I got some pajamas, which I love. I'm about to get some more because I saw that some Valentine's ones about to come out. I love a good velour PJ.
Mm,
Uh, I like to pretend that I'm gonna sleep in them, and they become loungewear. I'm trying to update my lay around the house clothes. Like, I don't want them to be ratty. And not saying they really were, but it was like a t-shirt. I'm trying to, step into my grown woman and at least have appropriate loungewear. Like if someone comes over, it's not like, oh, let me put on pants. I have on my blah blah blah, or I have on this, nice dress. Everyone who's given me stuff has been helping with that endeavor, and I thoroughly enjoy it. Our plan for today was to make that part quicker, but we really got into it and we love talking about it. So we wanted to also get into just setting some goals and, maybe just putting them out into the universe and being mindful maybe this year of some goals that we'll set. We just put it out there. If we don't do it, it's fine, intention.
there we go. Intentions.
So, did you want to start with your first one?
Sure. So I do have one physical one.
Okay.
I am also with you. I'm like we're setting intentions, we're setting goals. We are not doing resolutions because it just
Yeah.
feels like that is immediately no. We're not
Yeah.
doing that. So I like to skate. I do have, and I haven't been as physical as I would like to be this last past year. I would like to go skating at least once a month.
Now, what kind of skating?
So I
Because
have quad skates. I know, and I know the little roller. I used to rollerblade too, but I have quad skates, and I want to get on them. It's just a matter of finding a place. Like I haven't been able to find a place that has good, because I'm not good enough to be like zooming around bowls and stuff. I need nice flat, like not cracked cement. That's the life I'm living. But I want to, I want to
yes,
really spend some time doing that.
a
And
cheerleader. I'll be a cheerleader because I always want, like, when you see it in the movies and stuff like that, you always
yes, like.
doing the little moves and everything. And you always think, yeah, I could do that, and then I'm on the ground and I'm not with it. Mm-mm.
So I don't know if you remember, was this with you when we went ice skating? Did we go ice skating? It would have been like 20 years ago.
Oh, I know that.
Like, yeah, it would have been so long ago. All I
Arthur?
remember is no, it was the one in over by Ticketmaster in Virginia Beach. There was an ice skating thing, and we went once. And I just remember being on the skates and just like spending most of the time on the ice. And I was like, and you know what? This is not for me.
I don't know. I'm not sure. I know I went to the one. I know I've gone maybe once or twice, like as a
Hmm.
child. So,
Yeah.
um, it could have been me. It could have been me.
I just remember going, this is not for me. And then I did skating, like a skating thing a couple years ago, and I found like the right way to fall, and now I'm like, I can skate.
My
But yeah.
first
Hmm.
is okay, so I'm not doing the thing of, oh, I'm about to start eating healthy, right? But what I do want to do is start being more mindful of what I'm eating, such as I hate to have eaten something and it wasn't really worth it, right? Like I hate when I'm like, oh man, I'm so hungry. Let me just grab something, and then that something is garbage. I want to actually enjoy the food that I'm eating. So I think I'm trying. What I want to do is like make my food more because I cook how I want to eat. And I always am happy after I eat it and after while I'm making it. Like I know while I'm making it, like this tastes like this. It's going to be like this at the end. And
Hmm.
when I get to the end, it is. Why not continue to do that? Like, why deprive myself? But that means also I have to like be more mindful of making sure that I have the stuff that I need. I'm not buying eggs. I promise you. When I saw the price of eggs go up, I'm like, oh
Ah.
baby, I'm glad I want an egg person before. I'm glad I'm not a baker either. Could you imagine if my business was
Hmm.
baking right now? Oh, I know they hating it. But
Right.
that is my first one. I just want to be more mindful with actually enjoying the food that I'm ingesting. How about you? What's your next?
That's a good one. So I do have a couple of financial goals that I'm not going to be putting any numbers out on the internet, but like that I'm going to be doing. So I'm actually going to be creating a separate savings account for December. And
Okay.
because yeah, just so that at the end of this year, I have my little goal, my little pot, and it's separate from everything else, and I'm very excited about that. So yeah, and actually I have two because I don't have a Roth IRA, and I want to actually start one and see
Mhm.
if that is something I'm interested in. I do have a retirement account, but it's one of those things where I like set it and forget it. And
I have been thinking about getting a Roth IRA, but it's just I don't know. I guess in my mind, you know how you think, okay, yeah, I want to do something, but then everything else gets in the way and you completely
yeah,
forget. So that kind of rolls into my second one, which is being intentional. I want to be intentional with being having more ease in my life. I am now nowhere near retirement age, but I think as the years have gone on, I've started to become more mindful of making sure I spend time with my family and making sure that like everyone knows that I care for them and stuff like that. But I don't think I'm being as mindful for myself. I'll make sure everybody else is good and stuff like that. And I think the only kind of real self care I do for myself is probably like on my days off, I sleep. Like I make sure I'm like, but I'm also telling people like, oh, I'm having to do this so that I don't feel bad that I'm taking that time. So it's kind of like I just need to be. I want to be intentional about setting up, I guess, boundaries for having easefulness with the whole thing of making myself something to eat. Like I will literally only eat once a day and not even think twice about it. But then I'll harp on a mister and be like, oh, you need to make sure you're getting food. Harp on my mom, make sure you're getting food, make sure you're getting rest. And I be out here sleeping wild, getting 2 hours. Good. I'm good. I can make it. It's like just because you can do it doesn't mean that you have to do it. So I'm trying to do that for this year. What is your third one?
so actually, your second kind of leans right into my third, which is really nice. And I was like,
Mhm.
I want to give myself more opportunity for self-care and to like just have those opportunities where I treat myself. Like there are certain things that I really enjoy and I don't do them enough. Like I don't get my hair done but once or twice a year. I really don't. And it's one of those things like I love so much. And you know that moment you come out of you're like the whole, new hair, new me, who this? Like that whole feeling. I don't do that enough. I almost never get my nails done. Yeah, it's just one of those things where I'm like I need to be more intentional. Like you said, be more intentional about putting it on the calendar for me and saying this is a space that I'm carving out for
Yeah.
me and really just letting myself have that because like you said I often end up doing things like making sure that all these things are in place for other people and making sure
Yeah.
that things are on the calendar and that everyone has the time that they need, but I look at my own self and I'm not giving myself
At all.
that same thing, and
Yeah.
I need to be much better about serving myself because you can't pour from an empty cup.
Baby. Cup be dry.
Mm.
But I still be pouring dusty. My last one, I feel like, I put these down at different points, but it's funny because they all gel together. So my last one is I want to give grace, right? Not just to myself, but I want to start giving grace to other people. I know that I am the type of person who will be like, okay, so you'll ask someone to do something and the way they do it is not how you think it should be done. Right. And that is where I want to give grace because I want to assume better of people. Not be stupid. Like I don't want to just like give everyone grace and get screwed over, but I don't want to I find that I am frustrated because I get mad about it. I mean, and my go-to is like, I don't care. But then I be caring. So my goal, one of my last goal, well, one of them is that I want to give grace and I also want to receive grace. So, I think the best way to do that is to give, and hopefully it will just come back and return a hundredfold.
But I do want to say I like your last one because that's one of the things I struggle a little bit with, and I always like to, to blame it on my Virgo background. But I also feel like there is a certain way to be like things are should be done. But
Yeah.
also I don't like to repeat myself. That's another thing I need to give more grace about. I do not like to repeat myself. Like if I ask you to do something, I expect that you heard me and you're
Yes.
going to be doing it.
And if you don't know how to do it, I always assume like you're gonna. I assume that things will be handled the way I would handle. Like if I don't know something, I'll be
Yeah.
like, "Oh, can you tell me how to do that?"
Mm-hmm.
And I didn't realize that other people don't do that. Some people will jump into something gung ho and have no idea what they're doing, and then will happily mess it up, and then turn around and be like, "Well, I didn't know what I was gonna do.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't know what I was supposed to do. So, where do I go now?" And I'm like, "But you've wasted so much time."
Mm-hmm. Getting
Like I'm gonna
all
use
the
an
stuff done.
we had a customer come in. Y'all know I work at a grocery store. I had a customer come in. She was asking for a certain type of wine. I was off the clock. We're supposed to not work off the clock, and I was serious about it. But what I said was, okay, let's call up another manager. And I asked her, I was like, hey, this customer's looking for this. I named the type of thing the customer was looking for. And she was like, oh, okay, I can go check and see if another store has it. I was like, all right. So I went off and I had to do some shopping in the store, whatever. And then I was done and I was about to head out. And the girl comes to me and says, yeah, I just told the customer, um, I really didn't know. Like I told her, I was like, I don't see it at any store. And she was like, but I didn't know what it was. I was like, what?
Oh no.
Why'd you do that? I was like, I was standing right there. Why didn't you ask me? Well, I didn't want to look stupid. I was like, well, what do you think you look now? Like you wasted my time, that lady's time, and you just went back there. What did you even do? What did you even look up? Like, I really didn't know how to spell it because I didn't know what it was. Why did you ask that? And that's what I mean. I need to give grace because I really was like, that's stupid. Like I was in this girl face, like, that's stupid. Why didn't you ask? Like, you get paid for this job and you can't even simply, yeah. I was hot because I really felt like the customer asked me and I asked her in the spirit of, oh, I'm passing you on to someone who knows what they're doing. What I know I could have done it, but I wasn't, I was done. Like my shift was over. I am a work in progress.
There we go.
But this has been a pleasure. It has been great coming back to 2023. I love that we set some goals for this year. I really do think they are something that we believe is attainable. So we can check in maybe halfway through the year and see if we're doing good or
Yeah.
see if we start over. But we would love for you guys to reach out to us at Y'all Pod on Twitter, at Do Y'all See This Pod, all one word, no spaces on Instagram, and at Do Y'all See This on Facebook. Always, you can add us now. We do have a TikTok, so it's also Do Y'all See This Pod. I ain't put nothing up there except maybe one or two things, but y'all can add me because I love to laugh. Okay. All right. So until next time, bye.
Bye.